Hello everybody, XJoy81X. Hey everybody, how you doing? XJoy81X here and on the brush today. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. It's been a little bit, but a little bit has happened. Nothing real crazy. I'm going to solder something right now, and I want to show you what it's going to be for. If anybody's into games and game consoles, that's what it's for. It's for a Sears Super Video Arcade. Oh, I must have left the flash on. That's great. Here is the specs. That's nice. It's a Super Video Arcade from Sears and Robux. It's from Hong Kong. There's the crap there, and there's the crap there. It's actually 1977. There's a date in there, 7 whatever that means. It's missing. It's got this nice piece here, but it's missing the other 3. So I collect video games and video game consoles. This will be another video, but this is my collection. Those are Intellivision games. There's the Sears games, not all of them. Television, Nintendo, Intellivision, some Sega, Intellivision, Retro, Genesis 1, Genesis 2, PlayStation 1 Mini, PlayStation 1 Original, PlayStation 2 Original, PlayStation 3, Nintendo with the Classic Edition, Intellivision 2, Intellivision 1, and this is where the Sears is going to go, and some random Game Boy stuff. So in all reality, I found this at a local game store. I took it apart because it was really dirty. I put it in the dishwasher, and what's left is me trying to put it back together. But why am I soldering it? Well, it came with this. A brown shit, thick, polarized from China cord. So I asked around, and I thought that was funny. Now, obviously, I just destroyed this to save everyone's name. So it came from Harley at Badger MH Services. And it was shipped to me, Joe, whatever, on the brush. I thought that was very clever. It took actually a second to notice it. Thank you very much. So, anyway, I asked around, and Harley was nice enough to get me the exact same cord-ish, which is perfect compared to that, and a nice non-polarized plug along with this cord. Well, I'm gonna have to do some magic and solder it, and I'm ready, and the solder, and we're going to just get in here. And I have the shrink wrap because I want to make it twatty. So I got 2 separate pieces for here so they don't short out, and then I have a nice big piece over here so it looks as one. So let's get this started. So now that I made a connection, I put the 2 wires into each other, put the solder gun on one side, or whatever the fuck that is, and then you heat it up like a plumber, and you put the solder on this side, the gun on this side, and then it'll flow to the heat. So that's that, bitches. So without further ado, we will slide on what we were working on. Okay. Whoops. See, you fuck around, and then we take the gun and we just let it cool, hit the corners, Remember, the whole shaft is hot too, so just... That should be perfect. Fuck are you, holy night. Okay. Now you could just leave it like this. But you know what? It's already on there, so for maximum protection, we'll slide it on. So it's on to my liking. And let's take it from there. You could also use a lighter, and you could also use the heat gun, which is the right application. But because this is already hot and it's ready to trot, we're going to use this. Now once you see a little smoke, you back off because you don't want to burn through it. The ends, I think, are pretty good. Touch the side. I think this is pretty good. Looks like a nice fix to me. You could just see where the original fix is. And this is not warm. Now, without further ado, it's time to put this all back together. Well, here's this power. Right off. This is screwed in. This goes into here. Power cord sits like this. It goes through. It's plugged in. There's really nothing to do but quick bench test. Shouldn't get hot. Didn't fry. Didn't trip the circuit breaker. And I'm sure if I metered this the correct way, there's power in it. Looks good to me so far. Bench test number 2. This console reads the card. It sits on 4 pegs, no screws. These are for the controllers, which go in here. And here's the power. Again, for reference, off and on. Let's check it out. Right now, power is coming through here, bringing it to the circuit board, and this is doing its thing. There's no game. The RCA is built into the board. If I hooked it up to any place, you'd probably get a blank screen. There's no reason to bench test this, but 6 screws later, there's the 2 controllers. With the Sears, they're not coiled like the Intellivision. Next is the cover. So all 6 screws are in. There's a small screw there. And let's see. There it is. Just got a little chewed up in the dishwasher. On, off. And the reset. Not that, but this was all gunked up before. And if you notice, there's channels down here. So let's put one connector in and see how it looks. It's very just kind of get it in. It's kind of just S-ing in here, you know, and this has to obviously sit in here so it could sit in here, and then it kind of, once you get it, like, it kind of doesn't really clip, but it kind of stays there, and this little lip prevents it from doing that. But let's get the other one in and see if I could do a bench test. This is what came with it, circa 1977. This is a little frayed. What does this say? Taiwan. Ah, I saw your crazy. So I definitely could make this work because it worked in the store. So let's get the controller in. Let's bring it up to a JK18 CRT and throw in burger time, and let's get her done. Well, here it is, folks. I don't know if they made two separate controllers because they are both the same. They both have the cable coming out from one side, and they both have it right there. So the problem with that is this is great. This loops in right there. See? There's a cavity. It sits in. Sits perfect, right? Sitting pretty. New York City. The problem with this cavity is that this controller wants to bend a lot. So you kind of place it like this, put your hand on it, and then that's that. So let's just see if we could get a test going. Hey, obviously we bench test this a couple of times, so without further ado, what would be a classic game console without a classic game? So see if the reset button works. No, it doesn't. Oh, yes, it does. So you have to press it hard. Let's see if the on and off button works. Off. On. Well, it wouldn't be a game console without very carefully playing the game. So without breaking it one-handedly, let's just do the last piece. Okay. Of course, my recording is, so you hit enter. One player. Hit enter. There you go. Boom. Just want to show you. Make it louder. Bada 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 bada. I want to try to show you if the pepper button works, just for shits. This would be. See? Bang, look at that, huh? Don't think I got that. All right, everybody. I missed him. You get the concept, and you get the fact that it's working. Oh, let's get the beer. You gonna get it first? Yep, he missed it. Oh, 300 points. All right. Pepper for good measure. All right, so we know that the game works. Everything looks good. Let's lower the volume and shut it off. Okay, and then let me put it into my collection. There it is, folks. The Sears Super Video Arcade Tele-Games, which was originally these. Sears Tele-Games. The fuck? I can't even read that. Sears Tele-Games. Electronic games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think there's 20. A lot of these games are becoming this games, just like this, Space Armada. They made that into an Intellivision game. So anyway, it's already been long enough. Again, here's the consoles. Sears 1977, Intellivision 1979, Intellivision 2 1980 something, and there actually is an Intellivision 3. It says Intellivision and the Roman numeral 3 in place of Intelligent Television, and the console is all black. Maybe one day I will get that. It's on eBay. There are 100 or so. It's not questionable. It's not the money. It's just, let me enjoy one thing at a time. So, we'll keep the game in there, because that's great. So, thanks for watching. Hit like. Hit subscribe. Thank you for Harley. Gonna shave and shower. Oh, well. Let's do this. Right. Thank you, Harley, for sending me the power cord to make my console work again. Hit like, hit subscribe. Any comments, questions? We'll see if I'll have a review another time, but take it easy.